For us marketeers, what's been intriguing in the last, I'm going to say 15 years, is watching every CEO in every sector talk about customer centricity and customer delight, because they've all read the same business books, they've all seen the Harvard Business Review, McKinsey has told them how important it is. But how many of them really get it, and how many of them really are customer focused, and how many of them really understand that the brand is everything and that they are actually the people who are the stewards of the brand? Not very many, is what I fear. The practicalities of being customer centric are really worth pondering, because my favourite Steve Jobs quote is, "It's complex keeping things simple." And actually one of the things I endeavour to do is to keep things simple so that everybody always understands what we're trying to do. So, you always ask the same questions about, why is this the right thing for our customer? Why is this going to help them long term achieve their ambitions in the right way? And are we making money in the right way? And if we're not, how can we set about making money in the right way? And if you are relentless in asking those questions of yourself and of others, and particularly if you use, as we do, our values as a watchword, then I think slowly but surely you can become more and more customer centric. But I don't underestimate how complex it is to ask everybody to do that all the time. And I think in the case of financial services, one of the things that's caused the problems in the past as well was the incentive systems, and I'm afraid it's the eternal truth of, on the one hand, what gets measured gets done, and on the other, what gets rewarded gets done. So if it's not very clearly in people's objectives that they must put the customer's interests at heart, and it's not very clearly in their objectives that what matters is customer advocacy, and that matters more than actually making money, you're likely to make mistakes. So, I think our retail bank CEO, Ashok Vaswani, was the first to make the decision to remove sales incentives, so that nobody in the front line was going to be rewarded on what they sold. What they're going to be rewarded on is on customer satisfaction. So, this is how you re-engineer to actually deliver customer centricity. One of the interesting things about Barclays, and I suspect this is similar in other banks, is the number of committees there are, and the number of committees there need to be to control things in the right way. So we have lots of control functions, and so we should. But how do all of these committees keep the customer at the heart of what they're doing? And how do you make sure that there's always a customer challenge to anything that's said? And how do you try and really bring customer stories to life everywhere? And again, I think that's an easy thing to say, because you can say, well, we're going to put the customer at the heart of the agenda. What does that mean? And how do you do that? So trying to get a focus, and we recently were asked by the board to give them an update on the brand, which you do, but if it's a paper, is that good enough? This troubles me, actually, because I'm not sure the customer is at the heart of every committee meeting we have and everything we do, but they really do need to be.